You're listening to Podcast PXN,
a video game podcast
delivering player experience news.
Let's go!
What's up, guys, and welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 219. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Prindle, aka Dan is DTM on Twitter, and I am joined over Discord by the host of Large Popcorn and video essayist, Christian Macias, at ISO Christian. I'm not used to saying your name first, Christian.
Yeah, go ahead and also include now video producer at DualShockers into my, type that in right now.
Wow.
Put that in the document. There you go.
Video producer at DualShockers. Let's go.
It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Christian
Yeah.
Macias, video producer.
So does Christian Dempster.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That rolls off the tongue, don't it?
It does. You know what else rolls off the tongue?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We'll talk about that later.
The DMZ daddy and the Tarkov Teletubby, that's what rolls off the tongue. Gage Dempster at Gilbo Biggins.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. And the Nintendo aficionado and artist extraordinaire, Roshan, shall return. But
Will he?
until then. Yeah, what? I mean,
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. I was just wondering.
will he? Come on.
Okay, good.
Thank you to everyone watching us live and participating in the chat. Just as a reminder, we are live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/@podcastpxn and twitch.tv/podcastpxn as well. Guys, the topic of the show this week is our Game Awards 2023 world premiere predictions. I don't even care that Geoff's not calling them world premiere anymore. We are.
World premiere.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
But first, the show always starts with the quick bites, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right. Quick bites. Dive on in. You may even think we're chomping down on some quick bites here. Chomping down on the quick bite.
Dan, if you don't move on, I'm going to put Subway Surfers on in the background.
Oh. So we're leading off with something that irks me, and yes, I'm fucking putting this in here. This is a Game Awards episode, and it's fucking leading off the quick bites here. Voting is now open for round 1 of the Game Awards Player Voice, which is a 100% fan-voted award. You can vote now. 30 games are in contention. I see countless games on here from fucking years and years ago, like Destiny 2. We all know how fucking well-received Destiny 2 is right now, right? Right, guys? We're fucking super excited about that. Mortal Kombat 1. Not saying it's not a good game, but fuck, I don't think I've seen a single person excited about Mortal Kombat 1 fucking just screaming from the rooftops. All these games on here, but we don't have the fucking 2021 Player Voice winner Halo Infinite on this list. Not even in contention for a banger of a year that they've had this year. Disgusting. Ugh.
As someone who's been very critical of Halo Infinite, I think it's a bit of a snub. It definitely should be on. I think it should have been on we talked about this. I think it should have been on the ongoing awards. But it's kind of crazy. It's not even here for the fan voting. I do think it's probably more oversight than grand conspiracy against Xbox, but it's still a miss nonetheless. Super unfortunate.
When are you guys going to admit that Halo is now a niche title? Dan
and I got into a huge debate about this. I don't think Xbox considers it.
No.
Xbox considers it a flagship.
I don't think that's what Christian's saying. Those are two different things. I agree with Christian that Halo is a niche game. Like, it's definitely catered towards a specific audience, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't be, lauded for doing good things, Like, I agree with you, Christian, that I don't think it's ever gonna.
If anything, Dan, this is the issue with the current kind of way that the voting kind of is for these categories. Some of them feel just like, like the esports categories for that is. I'm assuming the fan voice is also picked by
yes,
the board.
Yeah.
Okay, Well, then, like, is the board that in tune with esports where you have like one of the literal nominees for coaches come out and say like, I was a coach for like a day and then like I left the position. I'm like not actually a coach. Like, do not put me as a nominee. Like, are they that in tune? Are they just like saying games that are popular like this year? Like, okay, we know a lot of people are playing Destiny right now. Let's put Destiny into like the fan vote.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Fucking Destiny. That irks me the most just because I know how much people have been bitching about Destiny, and that's not me criticizing people bitching about Destiny. It's just that, it's received a ton of criticism this year to its own, accord. And why is it on this list? I don't know. Yeah. All right. Moving on from my rant. Unity, the game engine, of course, the company, is closing the visual effects company Weta Digital. Unity is closing Weta Digital, which it purchased from Peter Jackson for $1.6 billion just 2 years ago. 265 people will be laid off, with Weta FX hoping to rehire as many people as possible. Of course, Weta FX is the company I believe that Peter held on to, or the portion of that company that he held on to when Unity acquired them. But Unity will keep Weta's tools that it acquired. No bueno.
This is super. Isn't Weta Effects what James Cameron uses for Avatar? They're the people doing Avatar, are they not?
Yes. In the article, they talk about how they're closing down the R&D division that they purchased. The VFX company, Weta FX, is still up and running. So it's not. They're like two different entities.
Okay. So Jake Sully is fine.
This is still not good, but Jake Sully is fine.
Jake Sully is okay. Oh my god.
Look, listen. Without the research and development, they wouldn't have produced the insane, like giant tanks that they used to film Avatar 2 in. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
As long as my Jake is fine, then I'm, it's at least
Jake.
okay.
Unity came in and said, "Let's get it done."
Jesus. Moving on. It's true. The rumors were true. What? I can't speak today. I don't know what's going on. Batman.
Rife?
Yeah, Matt Rife, yeah. Batman Arkham Trilogy is getting the Batman suit for real this time, guys. It is coming to the Nintendo Switch on December 1st. It will come to other platforms later. They have not said specifically.
That's
when.
Friday.
Yeah. Coming.
Can I ask? This is not related to Batman. This actually might even be a dig at Daniel. Is that a fake tree that you have in your apartment or home?
He hasn't decided if it's a dig yet. That's how this man.
Is it a fake tree? Well, yeah, it's a fake tree.
I assumed.
I ain't putting
That hurts. That hurts, man.
I ain't putting a real tree in here.
Why not? The smell is great. Usually it'll go towards like charitable causes when you buy them from like lots. All right, keep going.
No, that's fair. I just bugs, and I don't like all that. No, I don't want bugs and crawling in here.
Give me the next quick bite, man.
All right.
Whatever, the Batman. Ooh.
The next quick bite then. Full screen ads appeared in-game in older Assassin's Creed games over the last week. Ubisoft responds and says it was an error. They explained their pop-up ads, and they said it was trying to put an ad for Assassin's Creed Mirage in the main menu of other Assassin's Creed games. However, a technical error caused the promotion to show up on in-game menus instead.
Listen, this is not the vindication they think it is, in my opinion. It's still an ad that's popping up in the middle of a purchased product. If you're gonna do it, I don't know, put like in the smaller right-hand corner where all like the new stuff goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just cynical, but I feel like this is one of those things where it's like it's an accident because it was really negatively, overwhelmingly received.
Yes.
If it wasn't, then maybe it wouldn't have been an accident. But it's definitely an accident because you guys didn't like it.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting closer. Like this is gonna happen, which is why it's important to push back every time because you give them an inch, they take a mile type thing. Like it's
Pretty average.
And most games have that little tiny window nowadays at the main menu. Like, why? You could have easily put it in there, Ubisoft.
The only time I've seen full page like advertisements is for like when there's like a new event ongoing and within the game that you're actually playing. And it's like, oh, you can check out the event if you click on.
And it's
on
usually a
this.
limited
Otherwise-
time, right? Which is why that
Yeah.
would justify that, right? Oh,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
there's only a limited opportunity to get into this.
Right. Makes sense. What else makes sense? I don't know. That was not a good segue. Sony has signed a strategic global business partnership with NCSoft to expand beyond console and broaden PlayStation's reach to a wider audience. Partnering with NCSoft advances our strategy to expand beyond. Oh, I just said that. Wider audience. This partnership with SIE is the beginning of our efforts to build various synergies together, utilizing both companies' core competencies, good lord, technological capabilities and expertise, said to Takjin Kim. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce your name. We will deliver a new and enjoyable experience to our audience across and beyond genres and regions. Partnering with NCSoft advances our strategy to expand beyond console. Like SIE, NCSoft shares a similar vision in creating high-quality, impactful entertainment experiences for players everywhere. And together, we're excited to collaborate to push the boundaries of gaming further. So what does this mean? I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows? And where is? I forgot the game that NCSoft was producing, but I'm very excited for it. It looks very cool.
Oh, interesting. Like Guild Wars lineage?
No, NCSoft has now they have a premier studio that is working on a AAA game, and it is the game that we've seen maybe like a minute and a half of, like was the actual like official trailer, and it looks very much inspired by the likes of what is that company like that does like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, Quantic Dream.
Yeah.
So it's a Korean studio. It's a Korean game.
Mara, Project Mara.
No, that's Ninja Theory. Project
That is
M.
Ninja Theory, yeah. Project M, yeah, thank you, yeah. Is the title. And that game looks very cool. Any kind of future funding, I think, is going to be, good because that game looks like a very prestigious title. So good for NCSoft.
Oh yeah. Silent Hill Ascension is getting a bit of controversy here. Their developer Genvid is being accused of writing with AI in the game. The group-based Choose Your Own Adventure project, which lets some viewers appear as character cameos, initially came under fire for its microtransactions, with CEO Jacob Navik telling IGN that the notion that users can win by paying is generally false. Sure. And then more recently, a series of tweets from user @Voidburger called into question Ascension's dialogue, which went viral for highlighting some odd lines as well as their odd delivery. Here's a snippet. So this Voidburger, he adds his own context here, but the quote is, shoot, there it is. It's bread. I like to make jams. Wait, what? Is that the quote?
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. There's also another one that's pretty bad. I can put this into the on air. It's so like one of the telltale signs of kind of AI in the case of Silent Hill is how jarring the transition is from one sentence to another. Well, it seems like it's almost AI performances too, because like in the one that I shared in on air, two characters are having like a heated argument, and then in the span of seconds, one of the characters in game is now like actively bored and is like giving like a very like just monotonous or monotone line that has like nothing to do with what was just being said. And
Right.
The thing is like real humans don't speak that way. So
Right.
It seems like it's very much like, yeah, this has been used they used AI in some capacity to do this, which is not good.
Right.
This town stands on a cliff. We have to stop it. You will need to choose someone to help you perform the ritual. Those are awful. Oh, also, the CEO also said a little while back, he was on record saying all of their upcoming projects feature AI characters. This was a few months before Silent Hill Ascension was even released. He also said that Ascension's story is a simulation, and so then, of course, we infer the question isn't if Ascension uses AI, it's how much it's using it.
Exactly. Right on. You got that right on the money.
Mm-hmm. I think not this has anything to do with Silent Hill Ascension directly, but it's worth noting that the CEO, I think, of Genvid was also like big into like NFT, like grifting, like last year or 2 years ago, whenever that was. So
Ugh,
the kind of person running that company.
awful. But what's not awful is Beyond Good and Evil is making a comeback. I guess that's not awful. I've never played it, but the 20th anniversary edition has been announced, and it's because Ubisoft accidentally kind of revealed it themselves by accidentally sending out an early development version to Ubisoft Plus subscribers by mistake. So they pretty much had to confirm it, and they said that more information will be coming in early 2024 on this edition.
Seems like it might have been like a Game Awards like pre-show kind of thing, or even like early in the show.
True. We'll never get Beyond Good and Evil 2. But what we will get is Destiny 2, The Final Shape, which is release date has been officially moved to June 4th, 2024. Of course, Jason Schreier had already reported this a few weeks ago, but Bungie is now confirming it. They are also saying new content available is also in development, including Destiny 2 Into the Light, which is a 2-month content update for all players starting in April. Basically, it's a stopgap because come February, they're not going to have any new content because that's when the original release date was for The Final Shape. So they're going to have something in April to kind of, I guess, tide people over until June when that finally.
Bummer, but I mean, take their time. There's been a lot of complaints from a lot of the community from Destiny as of lately. So if they have time to make a better product, then really that has to be a good thing. I understand if people aren't happy.
Right. And maybe don't fire the team working on it this time. Let's try keeping some employees around. See if that helps.
That might help. We also got a first look at Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 3 coming December 20th, 2024. I don't have Ro here to fucking just like go crazy with me about this, so I guess, I'm stoked. I can't wait for this.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Sorry,
you gotta say it's the movie.
Sorry. Yeah, Sonic 3 the movie.
Yeah. Then who cares?
Yeah. Well, I care, and Ro cares. He's out there somewhere. He cares. Gage, I don't know if you care. You've never.
No, you couldn't pay me enough to.
Oh, okay.
No.
So, all right. We'll move to something else that I know more people care about, which is a first look at the Fallout series on Amazon Prime, and it is coming April 12th. And set design.
Coincidence? So am I, baby, because that looks good. It looks so good.
Half of those pictures look good. Oh wait, hold on, these are different pictures.
Wait,
all the pictures look good. Stop being a hater.
Yeah, which ones don't look good?
Some of the,
You're not gonna get bonus points for being a hater.
No, I just like, you can just tell sometimes when it looks like, like a digital camera, like outside with like not much, like, I'm just like, I don't know. It feels like some of these look like TV screenshots. I would like a really like nice product, but some of these are really good.
Okay. I'm very happy with the set design. I hope the story and everything works out, and yeah, it's supposed to be tied into the games too, apparently, which is interesting.
I think it's a pretty
enough.
I think it's a cool decision. I think unless it's not the right or wrong decision, I think it's a cool decision where it's like it's easy now. Like if you're a diehard fan, you'll know that it's the same, and if you're somebody who's new to it, it doesn't make a difference to you anyways, right? So
yes,
check this out.
The difficult thing will be to make sure that new people don't you can't obviously imply things. You got to make sure that you spell out, this universe for those new viewers as well.
For sure. Yeah.
Check out the second picture in the tweet the link I just sent. Is the costume design good? Absolutely, that rocks. If I were a Fallout fan, I'd be like geeking over how good this looks.
Let's
But like,
see.
is like the camera itself, like I don't know, the way this is shot just feels. I don't know quite how to put it. The feel of this just is a little bit off. I just feels like
Is
people in
it
front of a
that
camera.
the
It just
is it
looks like
that
people in front of
the
a camera.
is it that it
But-
feels like superimposed onto the frame kind of thing?
Not superimposed, but it just looks like just people in front of a digital camera. Whereas like the ones right after where it's like very nice framing, like it's even in that like 16:9 kind of widescreen aspect ratio. Like those feel like actual like these are intended shots.
Yeah, but I wonder if that second one is maybe it's a still taken from a motion shot. Like maybe it's either pulling in or pulling out, and it just looks a little bit weird because it's not in motion. Because the other ones seem like the camera is going to be very static in that shot.
Oh, actually, look at that. In Fallout Prime's own reply, they have 4 more, and actually those look really good too. That's the only one that's like
The
in
first-
that square ratio. That square one might not be an actual shot of the TV show.
Maybe
Right.
maybe it's like specifically like a promo for a web page or something like that.
Yeah.
I will say, I think you already said it when I was clicking in the process of clicking over, but the first picture of the one that you sent of Ella Purnell looks fucking amazing.
I like the third one too, like the bottom left and that.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
looks cool.
The top left and bottom left shots look great. Also, I'm very excited about Ella Purnell. She's kind of killed it recently in everything that she's been in. So the fact that she's the lead in this is kind of cool. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. She's the overseer's daughter, right? I think in this.
Is that what it is? That's
I
cool.
believe so, yeah. Her dad is the overseer. I think, right? Maybe
I mean,
made
that sounds
up.
like a good setup.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing but hype going into this. I mean, like I said, Jonathan Nolan, he's half of the creative
Oh, that's
force
right.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's half of the creative force behind one of the greatest movies ever made, possibly the greatest movie ever made, in my opinion. So
Interstellar.
that's it. So the fact
Yeah.
that he's the lead on this, he's a showrunner, he's hopefully the guy who wrote like the show Bible for this and on all the big plot points. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Interesting.
This might be a banger of a show. Like this might be a really good show, guys. This might be something big. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm all aboard the hype train.
Could be. I'm also aboard. Let's bring Christian aboard.
Come on, Christian. Step on the train. Step on the train.
This next one
Is
looks
this the Polar Express?
This
next quick bite looks like someone familiar on DualShockers here doing a video on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, you're right. I meant to link something else, but this is from the YouTube. My bad. So the YouTube title of this DualShockers news segment. We started a news segment. This is like a pitch. It's like a daily DualShock dailies, like a 15-minute like news where we get like one of the biggest news article of the day or whatever, and we talk about it, whatever. And so the title is Bethesda clapping back at Starfield reviews. This seems like pretty quick bite material. There are a couple of reviews on Steam that Bethesda themselves are replying to, and all of these are responses to either mixed or negative reviews, and some of them feel like they're a bit odd. So, like for example, one of the responses or one of the reviews on Steam was about how exploration felt bland, and Bethesda's response was that when humans went to the moon, it was fun.
What? What the
Which is
fuck?
like, and that just feels like kind of the qualification for some of these, which is a bit weird. Some of them are like, yeah, they lean into the like, well, load times, for example. That was a critique on one of the reviews, and they say, well, hey, like we were aware that load times were may have been kind of an issue when we were still developing the game, but we believe that it's a creative choice to like it leads to a better product because of X, Y, and Z. And they get into it, and it's like it's an actual paragraph. And those kind of justifications I think are good even, but some of the other ones are just kind of just weird qualifications that just like I don't know. See if you guys had any thoughts on that.
Overall, I think this is fine. Because like, because now we're the real discussion here from the few that I've seen, and I did read quite a few of them, is that whether or not you agree with the explanation given, but I didn't see anything that suggests that they're either blowing it off or being negative with fans. Like, it just kind of seems like they're doing. I mean, they're just having a dialogue, for better or for worse, with fans, which is something that most games don't do. So I don't know. I have a hard time getting upset about this. I don't buy a lot of their answers. Like, I think like some of them are like the moon thing. It's like, yeah, that was exciting because we left the sphere of gravity of Earth and went to a new planet, where it's like you're sitting in front of a screen. It's not quite one-to-one. You can't rely on that mysticism of empty planets, I don't think. But like, it's fine that they're engaging with fans, I think, in the review section. I don't know.
I think the other thing to point out is that this is, or at least the ones I'm seeing here, are signed by Bethesda customer support. So like, I don't know who like that is. Like, is that like just a customer
It might not be a
service
dev.
team?
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't seem like a developer, which would explain to me why there's some weird responses like the one you read out, Christian, because I'm
Yeah,
like,
so I have they have the actual quote if you want to hear it.
sure.
Greetings, thank you for taking the time to leave a review for Starfield. We are sorry that you do not like landing on different planets and are finding many of them empty. Some of Starfield's planets are meant to be empty by design, but that's not boring. When the astronauts went to the moon, there was nothing there. They certainly weren't bored. The intention of Starfield's exploration is to evoke a feeling of smallness in players and make you feel overwhelmed. You can continue to explore and find worlds that do have resources you need or hidden outposts to look through. And it goes on about how Starfield's an RPG with hundreds of hours of quests to complete.
Honestly, when I get home from a long day of work, backbreaking physical work, I just want to sit down in front of the couch and just play something that makes me feel small and overwhelmed. You know what I mean? So the fact that Bethesda has made this game for somebody like me who likes to feel small and overwhelmed, it's
Okay.
it's great.
We get
Jeez. Yeah, there's weirdness going on here. I don't know. I literally don't have an answer. I don't even know good or bad.
If I'm gonna be blunt, this feels like the pronouns thing, where it's like my brain goes to like, I don't care either way about this. I don't care. This is a non-issue.
What is? Oh, never mind. Anywho, moving on. Remnant 2 dropped on Game Pass. Oh, let's play with each other. I should buy an Xbox or a new SSD. Moan.
He just docks Christian and I's entire conversation with one another.
I don't know why you read all of that out. That
That's
was kind of a private moment me and Gage had with each other.
and I just shared it to everyone. That was the
You
final
did. You
quick
shared an
bite.
intimate moment between Christian and I in the dock.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Moving into the PXN news of the week, guys. Dragon's Dogma 2 got a new showcase. And I put it in news of the week to let Gage cook, because I know he's been wanting to cook on this game, and we got a good look at some stuff. We got a release date of March 22nd, 2024, and we also got a brand new trailer as well. Gage, tell us, how excited are you?
Oh, fucking very excited, Daniel. I am so ready for some good JRPG jankness. But it's not. It's kind of like a Western RPG. I don't know. It's very, very good. Dragon's Dogma 1 is definitely one of the most underrated open world games of the 2010s. I definitely recommend everybody still try it if you haven't. It's fantastic. And the second one looks great. It looks so good. And is March 2022. That's close. That's really close. I was hoping it'd be a little bit closer, but I can do that wait. That's doable. I can survive till then, I think.
Some of the effects in that trailer are really cool. Like, I really like some of these spells that they're casting. It's just really colorful, and yeah, the art style's cool.
I'm only able to compare it to games that I know of, so I know this is going to make Christian wince, and that's fine. Making Christian wince is one of my favorite things to do. But like, I don't know. When I played Dragon's Dogma for the first time, I did not play it near launch. Like I just played it recently within the last couple of years. It seems cool because it's like it seems like it has not seems like it does. It has like um the sort of depth and variety of like builds you can do with something that's akin to Elden Ring, just without like the gameplay gimmick of it being super difficult. Like it just feels like this very fun, customizable RPG where like there's tons of different moves and every move has a unique animation, and there's no sort of copy and paste in terms of that. And it's just, I don't know, going through the game and being able to respec your character at any time and do all these different crazy builds while not feeling the need to throw my controller at the wall. It's great. Dragon's Dogma is such a fun experience, and I'm very excited for the second one because it seems like they took everything that people love about the first one and just dialed it up, which is exactly the type of thing I want in a sequel that's so far away. It's been like over 10 years. I don't want a huge reimagining. I want, okay, it's decades past, put all the new tech that's happened in the meantime into this same concept, and that's exactly what we're getting. And oh man, it looks so good.
So are you gonna get Christian to play this game then?
I don't give a shit what
Yeah, good
Christian
luck with
does.
that.
I'm gonna be playing that. I'm gonna be playing it. Christian can be, oh, Armored Core 6 DLC. Oh, look at my mech.
Elden Ring DLC maybe.
Maybe.
All I'll say about Dragon's Dogma is have fun. Cool.
Okay.
I got a backlog and some new games to play. If I tried to play this, how far would I realistically get into this like 100-hour RPG? Realistically, and would I have fun? I don't know.
You would have fun.
Well, I'm gonna Dragon's Dogma myself to the next news story, which that sounded better in my head. That really didn't flow as well as I thought it would.
I'm sure it did.
I added this news story because I thought it was a pretty neat story here. In a year of trials and tribulations for game developers and all the layoffs and everything happening in the industry right now, I thought this was a neat story on a developer, Iron Galaxy, that has seemed to endure through this. So I'm just gonna go through this here. So details. In January, and this is from Axios, by the way. In January, Iron Galaxy and publisher Epic Games announced that they were shutting down Rumbleverse, a live service wrestling battle royale that Blasco's team had spent a few years developing. The game had launched with expansive plans for continued operation just the prior August. We had millions of people playing it, we just didn't have people spending money on it. Epic told Iron Galaxy of the looming closure in late 2022, sending the studio scrambling to find work for about 65 developers, about a third of the company who had been on the game. Obviously, the holidays are not the ideal time to be trying to get a bunch of deals, but the studio turned to development partners it had been too busy to accept offers from, reconnected with prior partners like Sony's Naughty Dog studio, which we know that result, but interesting no less, and recommitted to work for higher gigs after Rumbleverse's failure. The outreach worked and resulted in 0 layoffs, Blasco says. We've gotten most of the people placed on projects. State of play, despite an unusually loaded calendar of excellent new video games, 2023 has been brutal for the video game industry. Around 8,000 industry workers have lost their jobs, including 900 from Epic. Essentially, the big picture is that Blasco says that Rumbleverse's cancellation could have had devastating effects to the studio a decade ago, but she highlights a few factors that made a difference. Diversification of risk by taking on multiple projects at once helped soften the blow. Iron Galaxy's in-house rule, bent during the peak of Rumbleverse's development, is to not put more than 1/3 of the studio on any one project. They maintained relationships with business partners, which led to new or expanded work in a pinch. One example is that Iron Galaxy was able to take on a more expansive role this year in the 10th anniversary update to Killer Instinct, which just came out. And they also wanted to keep costs down. We're not going to be the highest salary you can make in games. We're going to pay you a competitive salary. We hope that our benefits and our culture, our values are also at play are also played into that for people. Keeping teams together, we don't have that turnover where we have to rehire people again and retrain them over and over again. That also just kind of leads to more stability. The teams know each other. So I thought this was a neat story that they kind of figured it out and figured out how to survive in such a turbulent time right now as a independent developer. They remind me a lot of Certain Affinity, Max Hoberman's studio. They have a ton of diversification the same way. They have multiple teams, and something that comes to mind is they were pulled off of the Perfect Dark project because they were butting heads with Crystal Dynamics and the Initiative. They were butting heads with the Initiative, and then they brought in Crystal Dynamics. So, like, similar situation there where there was no layoffs experience from them losing that project because of all the other projects. So I just thought this was cool, a little bright spot in a year that has not been bright for the industry.
Yeah, it's cool to see a studio lead talking about. It's cool to see somebody in the position to determine, the length of people's jobs actually seem like they're thinking about it and caring about it and making proactive decisions, whether or not it's true or they just got lucky or what have you. It's cool to see that that this person seems to at least care about the employees at the studio and or at least proactive, and because it has been an insanely turbulent year. It seemingly, regardless of the success of the video game industry, doesn't have any impact on the job security of this industry, which is obviously we've talked about at length. This is totally backwards, but good on these guys for endure and survive.
I think the most difficult thing about this is just like the way modern gaming kind of is. There's a small quote that I think Dan read, which is, "We had millions of people playing it. We just didn't have people spending money on it." That kind of thing is sad to kind of think about. I mean, granted, it was kind of a live service game. It's you kind of need incoming and coming in long term, but it is a little sad that the days of kind of you would think that having a lot of people playing the game would be enough. In an ideal world, it is, but sadly, in our current landscape, it isn't. But however, like Gage and Dan just said, the road to recovery, albeit rough, is still kind of heartwarming in a way to read about that. They still can come back stronger.
Absolutely. The moral of the story here is be independent.
Or indie.
Defined as what? By who?
Yeah, always that's funny. I see what you did there. Nice. All right. Moving into our fantasy draft check-in.
Nothing.
Well, there is one thing that I'm confused about. How did you get Cookie Cutter? Did Ro have that and then he dropped it, maybe?
Did Ro drop Cookie Cutter?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, and it's still showing up as my counter pick?
Your counter pick, yeah. I guess because you countered before he dropped it.
I counter picked it before he dropped it, yes.
Gotcha. Is that game going to be bad? Or I don't know anything about it.
So, we've already talked about this, Daniel. Come on now. If you don't remember, the answer was, no, I think it's actually going to be pretty good. Oh. But I don't think it was coming out this year. There hasn't been a single update for it in a really long time. Now in late November, or now almost early December, I doubt a stealth drop would be on the horizon for this game.
This says the December 14th. It got 1 day ago. It got a release date trailer, December 14th.
Oh my god! Oh my god! However, what? How does this work?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Literally 1 day ago. I just Googled it 1 day ago. The release date trailer.
Why are
You
they
couldn't write
dropping
this.
it?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Why are they putting that there? Oh no! Oh, and
Let's
it's gonna be
go.
good too. It's gonna be good. Hold on. If somebody doesn't have it in their, in their draft,
Here we go.
and there's no one to get points for it,
Yeah.
do I still lose points? I mean,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
This-
Unless you drop it.
Pardon my French, man, but this sucks.
Unless you could drop it.
But then what am I gonna get?
Minus.
Wordless?
I think you get minus, what, 10 or 20? I don't
No,
remember.
it's 15.
Is it 15? Okay.
What
That's
is
a
wordless?
steep penalty.
Yeah.
Worldless. Let's look this up. Bro picked it up. The release date for it is November. That already passed.
It's already out. Yeah. I think
already out.
everything's already out. You don't have any other choices, I don't think.
All right, enough.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. So,
Even worse, man. I still don't have any points for. Okay, actually, this is a good thing. Even worse, I thought Gunhead would get good reviews. No, all the reviews are like not very good. They're pretty mixed.
and there's not enough anyway.
But there's not enough, so this might be a good thing for me. But still, I needed points because you're at 196.
Yeah. I thought for sure you were going to win until I saw Cookie Cutter, and I'm like, you're going to get negative points.
Do you have anything? Here we go. All I need is Avatar. I need Avatar to get at least to get an 81.
Yeah, but
then
that's
boom.
assuming no negative points from Cookie Cutter.
Oh, fuck, I am assuming that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have a plan. I need to remember what it was, but I have a plan, and that's for Silk Song. I'll mention that on top of the show.
Oh, that is true. That is
Your plan is Silk Song?
There's
Listen.
still a chance.
Hey,
There's
Cookie Cutter was never on the horizon. Now look at us.
Yeah. The man's got a chance. Avatar could be a 10 out of 10. Probably not. Moving into what you got for me, Daniel. What you got for me? Well, guys, I played a little bit more Alan Wake 2. I didn't play a terrible amount because I didn't have long periods of time. Like, I don't want to fucking play this game in little chunks. So if I don't have a big chunk of time, I'm going to wait for those moments. But very much enjoyed like the puzzles that I've encountered early on in the game. There was a really cool one. I don't want to spoil it for people. But it involved some lottery numbers and such. I thought that it was really neat how they put the puzzle together personally. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying it still. My biggest gripe thus far, which originally I thought it was an issue with my fucking home entertainment system, and then I was like, what's going on? The lip sync is all jacked up in the cutscenes for this game. So like every single time I go to a cutscene, my audio does not match anywhere close, and it's not like just slightly off. It's like not even close to matching the lips moving on screen, and I fucking hate that. That
Would drive me insane.
It does. Yeah. Yes, it absolutely drives me insane every time. So I'm really hoping they get an update out for that soon, because that I need that fixed.
No issues on PlayStation, guys.
Get out of it immediately.
No issues on PlayStation. Oh wow.
No. There was only one time where I noticed it, and it was during the live actions where like they obviously have to do like voice dubbing because the person that plays Alan Wake and the actual voice actor for Alan Wake are two different people.
Right.
So it's like, okay, the voice actor has to dub over the live action, and there's like a bit of finickiness there. Otherwise, I've been lucky that I don't have anything like that. Thank God, because that would take me out too. That would take me out.
Yeah. That part is fine. I don't mind if it's slightly off or whatever. It doesn't bother me. But this is literally like I count to 3 or 4, and then the lines are coming after they've already.
That's crazy.
It's bad. All right. Also, we played Lethal Company, and we had a fucking banging of a time. That was really fun. That game is just insane. Like, the amount of depth for how small this game is, and like simple it is insane, because like I'm back at the ship fucking and we all took turns, but like I'm at the one sequence, I'm back at the ship directing you guys, like looking at the fucking maps and you guys are screaming at me to type in the fucking terminal to open doors and close doors, and it's so cool and seeing the monsters on the screen and like trying to direct you guys around the monsters so that you don't get fucking eaten. It's really, really fun. I had a ton of fun with that game with you guys.
When I said early in the year that this is the year of fun, it was like with stuff like this in mind, like we've all played Among Us at one point, like that's had its time. But like stuff like BattleBit this year was like also like really good for stories like this. But yeah, Lethal Company specifically, I was surprised by how many individual moments happened like so often, where even just like doing things like turning in our items to sell for scrap at the company building was like a moment for us to like laugh at, and I can think about. I won't say what that was. But yeah, dude, like I have like 5 clips from that night where we played where things were fun. I mean, there's like so many more, but like those 5 clips like perfectly encapsulated what that game was for us. And it was just like, this is just like pure gaming. And all you really need is just like a couple of systems that work, and everything else will like fit together with just like a couple of buddies, playing online. And it was so good, dude.
Indeed.
The voice in that game, proximity chat is so good, especially when it comes to like death anime. Like Gage was like surprised at how funny these like the death, like drowning or something was, or falling.
The fucking like reverb, like when you're in like echoey areas, is so fucking insane too. Like it sounds really good. Like
I played back the clip where I had you on the walkie and you were running away from a monster, and you were like, it sounds like you're actually in that facility, like you, Daniel, are in real life on this moon.
Right.
And I exit the facility. Now all I don't hear you screaming in the near me anymore. I just hear you on the walkie, and I just hear like, "Oh God, it's coming!" And it just cuts off, and I hear like a little bit of a gurgle, and it's like, "Oh, he's dead." And now it's just me now, and I just hear like, Christian, are you alive?" Good stuff.
Incredible. Yeah. Christian, what else you got? Anything else?
The exact same 2 that you were playing. I'm playing more Alan Wake 2. I'm 11 hours in. I'm to the point now where you can swap between campaigns, like virtually whenever you want, and it's really good stuff. Still, I have had a few minor audio issues. Like there was one time where like, I interacted with an item, and that made the music that was playing cut off, and then for whatever reason the music was localized to that item, so whenever I got closer to it the music came back, and it was supposed to be like a really tense moment. Reloading my save fixed it, but other than that, like the game continues to be really, really good. One of my favorites of this year, and still really tense with like very minimal like stuff happening in the gameplay, and I'm still continuously impressed by the lighting in that game. Specifically like the darks and the way like the flashlight works in that game is like, I don't know how they did it. It looks really, really good. And Lethal Company fun.
Oh yeah.
Can we mention what we'll be playing for next week?
Sure. Or wait.
We can.
Wait.
That's not NDA'd. We can't share gameplay.
To talk about it? I think it is. I think it is NDA'd.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we
can't talk? Everyone's been talking about it on Twitter.
Really?
That they're gonna play it. Yeah.
Maybe I misread it. Hang on. Well, see if I can read it real quick.
Gage, what are you playing while he looks?
Yeah, I've been playing Lethal Company, and guess what? It's also fun. I also had fun, surprisingly. It's great. And this is to call back to our Spider-Man conversation. The concept of this game is amazing, and the execution doesn't get in the way of it, so it feels incredible while you're playing. The proximity chat is great. There was a moment where Christian and I were the last 2 alive inside. I think this was early on. I don't think we had a man on the radio for this particular run, and all the lights were out. and we didn't have flashlights. And I remember thinking to myself that it felt exactly like the movie The Barbarian, where I was literally crawling around in pitch black, and because of how perfect the proximity chat works in this, I was whispering to try and hear if Christian was still alive. And every now and again, as I'm moving around, I would hear out of the corner of my ears, I guess you would say, Christian whispering for me, Gage. I'm like, Christian? And we at this point we don't know if monsters can hear you or not. I'm operating under the assumption that they do have some sort of system where they can hear your voice. Man, this game
because we don't
just
scan
hits.
them. We see the monsters and we get too scared to scan them.
Right, I know. We should be doing that. Except for when Dan gets fearless all of a sudden and runs into the spider room, which was crazy. I still can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
Even though it ended in you screaming into the mic.
And then Gage closed the door on you.
I closed the door immediately. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I died. Yeah. Yes, I think you're right, Christian. After reading it, I misread a couple pieces. So yeah, I think we can say what it is, but we can't talk about the experience after we play it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So what are we going to be playing?
What are we going to be playing, boys?
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. We're in the closed alpha test, and we're going to squeeze in some gaming time together. I want to be Harley Quinn. And I will spend my time walking and not running.
I'm
not that horny.
The fastest.
Is it crossplay?
Alive. Oh fuck! I didn't even think of that.
I was gonna say before we all selected our platforms of choice, we should have looked to see if it was crossplay.
What did you guys choose?
I chose Xbox, knowing that you would choose Xbox, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, shit. Maybe we all should have chose PlayStation if it's not crossplay.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Fuck.
I half thought about it. I was like, oh, Dan will pick Xbox. I'll pick Xbox just in case, but I didn't even think about Christian or Rose.
Listen, it looks like the game is going to have crossplay on full release. So one would think that maybe in the alpha that they would need to test this feature out.
If you plan to do any sort of meaningful tests, it should test the things that are going to be in full release. So here's hoping.
Yeah. If not, then I guess Ro and Christian will team up, and then me and you will team up. Because I'm sure Ro will get on PlayStation as well.
Unless he's a wild card and picks Steam for some reason.
On his laptop?
That's true.
Yeah. Ro gets wild every now and again. He doesn't like to say it. He doesn't like to let people know, but he gets wild.
Don't give him a few drinks. He's going to be on the roof.
He gets wild, dude.
All right. Moving into the topic of the show, gentlemen. The Game Awards 2023 world premiere. Yes, Geoff, we're still using it. I don't care what you say. Predictions. We're going to talk about what we think we're going to see get announced. This is, of course, not covering awards, which we'll talk about next week. But
may I ask, before we start, Roshan privately on Twitter said he was trying to make it for the back half of the show.
Yes.
Still not here yet. But he did say he was going to paste in his predictions somewhere. There goes Gage. Yeah, did he put those in anywhere? I don't see them.
I do not see them either. I thought he said that he already did paste the... Yeah, I put in my predictions. I might be able to make... I don't know where he put them. So...
I'll message him right now.
Disconnected.
Do what?
I disconnected.
Disconnected?
From the Discord? Did you guys not know?
Oh, yes, we mentioned.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, we'll get Rose, and maybe if he joins us at the end here, maybe he can give his own predictions. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know. But shall Dan lead us off, or do one of you want to lead us off?
Dan, take us to the promised land.
Okay.
Christian can wait.
Christian sounds like he's ready for...
I was gonna put us into a randomizer and let that randomizer decide.
Yeah, do it. That sounds better anyways. The randomizer for the win.
Number order random sequence generator. All right, we're gonna do...
Oh,
right on time.
There he is.
Right on time.
The man, the myth, legend, Roshan Warner.
Oh,
No. And then the
Nintendo
Nintendo
aficionado.
aficionado, yes.
Did I make it in time?
You did, right for the topic of the show, which Christian is currently getting a randomizer
Yes.
to decide who goes first and give predictions, you know? We got
Dan, Rowe, Christian, Gage is how it's written, so that's how I'm going to put them into the list item. Now I'm going to hit randomize, and we have... wow, okay. That's so funny.
what happened?
Got it. Okay, so the list goes as follows. Daniel goes first. I go second. Gage is third. Rowe is last.
Order of appearance.
Perfect. Okay. I'll just adjust the doc so that we aren't confused. All right. So, Dan's first here. So, I do want to say first here, I sent this in our DMs because I thought it was interesting. Rockstar is apparently on the advisory board for the Game Awards, which I find very interesting because I don't know, and maybe I'm just not remembering because my memory's terrible, but I don't remember Rockstar being on the advisory board before. And why the fuck? Rockstar is the only game developer that is on the advisory board for the Game Awards. It's normally all publishers and, you know, bigger people. So while I see Rockstar as a huge developer, this is interesting, boys. This is interesting. And it leads me into my first prediction as Gage shakes his head. And I think this is continuing to lead me down this path when I read this, or when I saw this, that Grand Theft Auto 6's trailer will be revealed at Geoff Keighley's show for a release in 2024, fall 2024.
Huge.
Watch, it's not gonna happen.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. I want you to be right.
I want me to be right too.
Now, Dan.
Now,
Yeah.
Oh, Gage, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if it is there, are we all on the same page that it has to be last, right? It has to be the closer.
No, I think
you think they would do that.
So
you think they would do that?
Before
I'm
we go
thinking.
on, Gage, hold on.
Hold on.
Daniel,
Mhm.
are you allowing today?
Yes.
Like similar predictions, or the ones that are like obviously overlap.
I think that'd be fun.
Then, Gage, to answer your question, let me give my first prediction. GTA 6 opens the show, trailer and release date.
Yes, I agree with that. Because here's the thing. If you have the biggest fucking announcement like that of all time, you cannot fucking put that at the end of the show, because if it gets leaked, you're fucked. There goes all the hype. Or, you know, for Geoff.
I don't for Geoff,
for
but
Geoff.
not for this. I don't think for this game. Like, that's what I'm saying. For this,
yes, for Geoff.
Like,
yeah.
Even when I think back to the Series X surprise closer, it's like it's still like that's still only super exciting for the Xbox people.
That wasn't the closer though, right? Series X
wasn't.
No, that wasn't the close of the show, right? Because Phil came on stage and then had a little chat about it, and then Geoff came back on stage to continue with the show when that was announced.
Okay, I thought it was at the end, but okay. Either way, I don't know, like, because I don't know if Geoff Keighley. I see why it would be a show opener. I understand. Yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's a huge deal, but I'm wondering if it's so big of a deal and so monumental already that they wouldn't, out of respect, just save it for the end for all the other shows. Because I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't, because I'll be there live streaming it, so I'll obviously be watching for the channel. But if I was somebody at home without any sort of obligations to do any sort of like, thing for people to watch, I would be replaying that the entire time that the Game Awards is happening in the background. I would be rewatching that trailer again and again and again, looking for every little detail, trying to find out what kind of car is that? Is that the Banshee? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would be doing. I don't know. I hear you guys. You guys might be right. I would hope that they would save it for last and close the show with it. But you both think it's going to be there, eh? Oh man, I hope you're right.
Yeah, I mean, Rockstar tweeted, "We'll have more for you in December." Normally, like, come on, they do things. They'll post on their own channels, and that could be the way they go about it. But like, when the Game Awards is at the beginning of this December as well, and they're on the advisory board, as Dan has pointed out, that has to mean like, yeah, Geoff Keighley has gotten it.
You guys are going to get a GTA Online update trailer at the beginning of the show, and that's it. And you will be happy.
Incredible. All right, Gage, what's your first prediction then?
Let me open up my phone here. 2
Okay.
seconds. I'm not
One.
Fuck, is Gage right?
He
Is
might.
Gage right?
The
Yeah,
only
Gage
thing
is right.
The thing
that
is
is a closer.
I agree. However, like if that is a closer, Geoff Keighley's gonna be fucking sweating bullets
The entire night. I don't
fucking
disagree with
night.
you. I hear your reasoning. I'm hoping that like they're thinking of like the ethical like considerations of other people.
No.
But like in terms of logistics, yes, you would want to get this out to make sure it doesn't leak. I don't know. Yeah, but you're right. He will be profusely sweating under his blazer the entire time.
His blazer,
okay.
his jeans, and his Jordans. Good.
I'm gonna start off on the opposite end of the spectrum here with a safe bet. We are gonna get a wholly unnecessary 10 minutes of Death Stranding 2. We are gonna get 10 minutes. We are gonna get full cutscenes in their entirety. We're gonna get 3 minutes of Sam walking and Hideo Kojima explaining that he's walking. And then we're gonna we're just gonna get in a 3-hour Game Awards. We're gonna get 10 minutes of Death Stranding 2, and we'll only need about 4. But that's what we're gonna get. That's my first, and we will get, and then to add something of actual substance to this prediction, we'll get a release window for it as well.
I have a very similar prediction to you.
But I predicted 12 minutes.
Yeah, 11:59. No. Okay. Ro, what you got? What...
My first prediction is: do you guys remember Arc Raiders?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they announced that at 2021's, I believe, Game Awards, and it was supposed to come out in 2022, and then they pushed it to 2023, and it's definitely not coming out 2023. So I'm assuming that they're gonna. I'm hoping they're ready to show off a little bit more. So I'm hoping for a trailer, no release date, but they'll announce like a beta during the show for us to play finally of this game.
And then you and I will play it together.
Absolutely, yes.
Hell yeah.
So Arc Raiders new trailer and beta announcement is my first one.
Very nice. All right, so I'll go similar to Gage down the row here with my second prediction. So since it's similar, I'm going to go with this one next. I'm going to say Death Stranding 2 gameplay trailer with a release date of Q2 2024.
Oh, right around the corner, eh?
Okay.
Right around.
Might as well jump in right after Dan now. I think I have the most details on this one.
Oh.
Death Stranding 2 gameplay trailer. It is longer than 5 minutes. It gets its official title, not called DS2, and a release date of October 2024.
So if you get like one of those wrong, you get 7/8 of a point. Yeah.
No, this is 4. Like, hold on.
No, that's
Death
3.
Stranding gameplay trailer. Longer than 5 minutes. Official title. Release date 4.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think official
Release
title
date of
counts.
October 20.
If a game
What?
gets revealed, it's gonna have a. What do you mean? You're not gonna show 5 minutes of gameplay and then a black splash screen with nothing on it shows up. Of course, you're gonna get a title.
Sometimes they do like the working title, right? Like
Yeah,
project.
it's not called DS2.
You don't
I
think
guess so.
it'll
I
be
thought that
Death
was already
It
the working-
gets its
I thought that was
official
already a
title.
working title. Kojima's gonna hit us with another working title.
That's the second working title.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. 4. Okay, I guess that's 4.
You know what? Should I add to this?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Keep adding
Let's
to
make
it.
it 5 points. Why not 6 points?
Elle Fanning is in the trailer.
Oh wow.
Let me add. Can I add a point? Woodkid's in the trailer.
All right, enough.
You know, that's the thing, Gage. He's not adding points. He's just making it harder for him to get the full point.
I know.
So
So when we calculate it, when we do the tally, I want it down to the wire where it's like he got 6/7 of a point.
yeah.
Fuck it. Why not? Is it not more fun this way?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be more fun when Dan wins again.
All right.
Gage, what's your next one?
Let me just reopen my notes app because I closed it down. Of course.
Let me
I
reopen
think-
it.
Yeah, let me reopen. I think we are getting. I'm gonna lock this in. Specific date for we are getting a release date for Avowed.
Okay. Yeah.
Small trailer. We'll get a small little sizzle reel type trailer. Maybe as a part of a larger Xbox segment, and I think we're finally gonna get that specific date. It's been 2024 for a while now, and if we want to get fun and add to it, if Obsidian was smart, what would they do? They would do Q3 2024 summer window.
Those are two different things, no? Q3 and summer window?
When does Q3 start?
It's like what, July to September, right?
Is that true?
I
somewhere
I don't know
about
how the calendar. Yeah, there's so many different types of calendars. In my mind, it's quarters. January, February, March is Q1.
Yes.
And April, May, June.
Calendar year,
right.
not
Yeah.
fiscal year. Yeah.
Fucking who am I?
No, I
Calendar
agree.
year always
No,
is default.
I agree with you.
This-
That was my same thing with Death
Yeah.
Stranding. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Q3, or I guess you could. Yeah, would it be Q2? Yeah, okay.
July, August, September. That late summer window.
No, I think it's gonna be early summer. We're gonna say June, July, August. That's my window I'm giving you.
I'll just say summer. Release date of summer window.
Don't you dare type "sigh" into that as you type it in.
I didn't.
July, August,
I thought about
September,
it, though.
it would be Q3. So you think it'll be before that?
Yeah, I'm thinking like the OG Last of Us, right, where they came in right at that beginning of
Okay.
right as people were winding down. It was a perfect time for it. I think Avowed, if
Why
they're
don't you
smart,
just
because the
say
people were already
summer?
hyped for it.
Just say summer.
Summer,
then.
summer.
There you go. All right. Ro, what else you got cooking?
So my second one, Christian would have to correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but the Elden Ring DLC is supposed to come out early next year, right? The February?
Who knows, man? What am I? Who
No?
knows?
Okay. Well, I think, and to my knowledge, we haven't gotten a trailer for it yet. So I think we're going to get our trailer for the Elden Ring DLC because I believe it comes out early next year. So hoping that we get a little something at the game, which I think Geoff got them before. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Dan, can I just jump in now?
Yeah. Let's
Oh.
jump in, sure.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree gets a trailer and a release date of March 2024.
Nice. You guys both got it. That's points for everyone. Unless it comes out later.
Does Christian get 2 points for that one, and I get 1 since I only predicted a trailer?
Absolutely not.
You predict
No,
the
I
release
would.
date too?
Yeah,
He gets half a point if he gets one wrong. That's his
Yeah,
bonus.
yeah. If it's
We're cutting the point.
Hold on.
Yeah.
If it gets a release date that's not in March, that's half a point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. My next one, what should it? Let's just say. All right, let's do this one because I think this one might happen. Pretty good chance. Hellblade 2 is back again at the Game Awards, yet another Game Awards. But it is finally getting a release date trailer, and it's coming in Q1 2024.
Yeah,
Finally.
right.
You don't think so?
Ambitious.
I don't
No.
know.
I almost put Hellblade in my predictions too, but Q1, February's already packed. It won't come January. You're thinking March?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see, Christian. Was it?
That's a spicy
I think-
prediction. I like it.
I think
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat it too? I didn't even write it down. I was so entranced.
Hellblade 2 release date trailer, and it's coming Q1 2024. And I just feel like it's time. I felt like it could have came out in the fall this last year. Like I thought that it was going to at the beginning of the year this year, or this last year. We're still in this year, duh. I thought it was going to come out in the fall this year, in January when we were doing our predictions. I'm pretty sure that was one of mine, but yeah, I think it's about ready. I think they've been cooking for a while. It was announced in 2019. I think it's time.
I do think it's time too. That's why I almost put it in here. But like the way Ninja Theory works, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like September, October.
Maybe. Guess we'll find out. Gage, what's your next one?
How many are we doing? Are we doing 3 or are we doing 5?
I did 5.
I've got 5 as well. So if you don't,
I've got 5. I've got 5.
Okay.
I was just making sure because I was gonna prioritize them, obviously. But okay, we're doing all 5. I'm gonna say. See, I'm second guessing myself because I thought this was something that was an open secret, kind of like a rumor. But now I'm second guessing myself. Fuck. Do I commit? I'll commit to it.
Committing to it.
God of War DLC.
Wow,
Gets
I like
teased.
that.
Wow.
We get a tease, an ominous black screen with that lovely, lovely voice. Boy. And then late 2024.
Wow.
Unless they said they're not doing DLC, in which case, obviously.
No.
I can't-
They haven't said
They
that.
did, right?
Yeah, they didn't.
Have
They
they
haven't-
ever done DLC aside from God of War? Like Ascension, maybe I think had DLC. Maybe
Right. I could have sworn that there was. I'm gonna stick with it.
unprecedented.
Stick with it, Gage. Stick with
I
it.
think
Santa
there
Monica,
were-
yeah.
I don't know if there's history, but I think there were rumors like Gage is saying that they were thinking of doing DLC
Right.
for that game. But
Ro.
I think I've predicted this so many times now, but I'm hoping that it's not Kirby Air Ride 2, by the way. It's Playdead finally announces their new game, the sci-fi game that they're working on.
Let's go.
Inside it's been a while since Inside, and I'm hoping that they are ready to at least announce their next game. It's like the sci-fi project that they're working on, this open world one. But I don't know where they are.
Open
I think
world.
so, isn't it? Let me double check.
It's the one
That's
that's
hype.
it's like people were dubbing it outside, right? Because it's like outside instead of inside.
Right.
Yeah.
So our project is a third-person science fiction adventure set in a remote corner of the universe. So not open world, sorry. Third-person action adventure thing.
Third person from Playdead.
Playdead.
Wow,
That's exciting.
Ambitious. That's a different dimension than they've worked in before.
Yeah.
Can I say something controversial?
No, stop.
I need one of you to say. Christian said no. I need one of you, the two of you, to say yes.
Yes.
Just so I can go. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Dan. I liked Inside a lot more than Limbo.
That's not controversial. I think
I thought did Limbo not score
that's
higher?
consensus.
Is
I don't know about that, but like Inside is like lauded as one of like the best indie games of all time.
okay? I didn't know that. I could have sworn that like when when you compare them side by side, that Limbo is higher. But anyway, okay. So then not controversial. Cool.
There we go.
Inside was
No, I
great,
love
man.
it.
The
Yeah, it's
vibes of that
freaking
game
awesome.
was insane. Oh my god. This is totally different, and this is me going off on some crazy ADHD corner of my brain, but like it kind of reminded me of Children of Men almost in this terms of like really like depressing sci-fi vibes. I don't know. I love Inside. It's so
any
good.
dystopia is now Children of Men. That's a good movie though.
Wait. What?
So yes, it's a good movie. Gage.
While you guys were talking, I was looking them both up on Metacritic because obviously Limbo wasn't out when OpenCritic was the thing. So I looked on Metacritic, and it first took me to Inside the movie, which I didn't know was a thing. It was like a 50. I'm like, what?
From this year? Yeah.
Oh, got it. Yeah, but Inside is actually rated higher, Gage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Bro Mandela affected himself.
I did. Berenstein Bears.
Gage, you and I are on the same wavelength with these predictions because my fourth prediction is the same as your last one, which is God of War Ragnarok DLC announced.
Let's go.
And I'm saying coming this summer.
You think it's right? You think it's ready, like just coming out of the oven, ready to go?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know? I'm down for
I don't
it,
even think
though.
I don't even think it's the rumors that convince me it's happening. I think it's just when you're playing this, and I think it's been long enough that I can say light spoilers. Like the amount of animations and work they put into playing as other characters kind of made me like. I remember as I was playing the game, the wheel started turning, where I was like, "Huh, this is bouncing around a lot, and there's quite a bit of depth to this." I wonder if they would ever do something like a not maybe not to the extent of a Miles Morales, but you know what I mean, like a kind of open the door where it's like, I wonder if they're gonna start doing stuff like this,
like Frozen Wilds or whatever the fuck Horizon expansions are.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Christian, number 4.
Yeah, I think my fourth one is the most ambitious one because I need it to happen, but I opted out of making it. I opted out of doing it as a manifestation for me, and just played the game. Silk Song gets a surprise trailer with a release date. Sadly, it is not. Sadly, it's slated for April of 2024, and not the surprise announcement of today. Out now.
You would cry if that happened. Out now.
Shadow drop.
It would
And it's
save.
coming to PC Game Pass.
Hell yeah.
Everything you see right here
We'll be
is
out in a
scheduled for
year.
the next
Next
12
12
calendar months.
Ugh. It was a good idea, just they didn't follow through with it.
Yeah. Through no fault of their own.
There's some fault of their
Some
own.
fault of
They're a
their
mega.
own.
They're a
Yeah.
mega
Okay.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll have your bathroom remodeled in 12 months. Sorry, it's been 14, but it's not our fault.
The toilet isn't ready.
Okay. I've got to throw this in. Glenn is throwing in a prediction, and I'm fucking
Let's hear it.
I'm behind him 100%. A Splinter Cell trailer. Let's fucking go. Let's
Ooh.
go.
I like that. I
Glenn.
like that.
Glenn, I like it. I wasn't even thinking about that on my radar. That's good. It's been roughly right, you know what I mean, since the announcement. Yeah. I like it.
Let's get it
Alright.
done.
And
Let's
it's
get it
a
done.
battle royale from Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Oh.
No?
Don't say that.
Sorry.
Bro, that is the realest thing you've said all day.
Thank you.
Gage, what's your
And I
fourth
got.
one? Oh, sorry.
No, it's gonna be a joke. I'll just say that. Do it after.
My fourth one, so my penultimate prediction here is going to be
Penultimate?
my penultimate
Penultimate.
Penultimate.
is going to be the safest prediction on my thing, but I'm going to try and make it specific so it's not a total cheat. But it's a little bit of a cheat because I've been losing every fucking game that we play on this podcast, so it's time for me to get some points on the board. There will be a noteworthy, incredibly awkward mainstream celeb cameo.
Oh, God.
Somebody from outside of the industry. Geoff Keighley does not learn his lesson and is still trying to be like, look, see, we're serious. We're big kids too.
How do we
Like, what-
determine...
Outside of the... What do you mean, how do we
Well,
determine
no.
outside?
Well, no.
Like, if The Rock
Okay.
comes on stage and starts talking about his fucking Zolo fucking root beer, whatever the fuck, then
Remember
it's
that?
like, all right, that's... Or if they
Pacino?
wheel out another fucking,
Well,
you know,
let me
Martin
throw
Scorsese or something like that.
an idea out. So, what if they bring on what's his name? Ben, the dude who voices Sonic. Ben.
Is it Star?
So then we'll
Shorts?
save that. We'll
No,
save
I
that
can't
for
remember
when
his
we
name.
do the scores, and we can get heated then, because that's
Okay.
riding the line.
Okay.
But as of right now, the prediction is a mainstream celebrity
Okay.
that is not in our sphere of influence comes on stage and is incredibly awkward.
Okay. There's going to be some heated battles. I'm sorry, Rogue.
No, I was just searching up who Sonic was.
Oh, because he was on stage and Jim Carrey also remoted in or whatever and did his little thing.
Remember when I thought
yes,
Keanu
Yep.
and yeah.
We both did. Geoff didn't
They're
fucking
here?
Yeah. He didn't say that they weren't actually there.
There was a real under the rug moment for me.
Giancarlo was there though. That was cool.
Giancarlo Esposito?
Giancarlo, yes. Very cool. Now that was your fourth one. Okay, Ro, what's your fourth one?
My fourth? Okay. My next one is going to be Capcom reveals the next Monster Hunter game. And it's going to have a release window of summer. No, I was going to say summer 2024, but yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'll say that.
Okay. Okay.
That feels too soon, but
now when you say summer, are you which moon cycle are you talking about, Rose, specifically for your summer prediction? Because we have to nail this down.
I don't know. The fifth. I don't know. I don't even know lunar cycles.
Before or after the second harvest?
Definitely before. Definitely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just look up when summer begins, you know?
Yeah, it actually starts later than I thought it did. Summer.
It's like
I was gonna say
halfway through June, right?
Yeah,
almost the end of June.
Yeah.
When you look up the official start of the season, that's also fuckery too, because they'll be like, "Oh, winter starts at December 32nd." It's like, well, no, it's been winter for 3 months now.
So Gage, your prediction earlier, where I convinced you to say summer. If it comes out the day before summer starts, I'm gonna just chastise.
I know. I was better off just
Yeah.
sticking with my fucking Q3. I know, or Q2, whatever. Yeah.
All right. So we're on to our last prediction, and then if you guys have any honorable mentions after we do the fifth one, we can go through those too. My fifth one is something that's been cooking for a while over there at Coalition, and it is Gears 6. We're gonna get a trailer. We're gonna get a release date of fall 2024. And I'm going to be fucking excited to finish this trilogy, the second trilogy, I guess. So get Kate back in there. Let's do it.
Every time I predict this, you're like, no way. Oh, no, I always predict the new IP from Coalition.
Yeah. This is...
For some reason in my gut, I think new IP first as well. I don't know why.
It ain't happening. I'll make a bet with any of you.
I lost the last bet we made. I think I owe you popcorn at a movie theater.
Oh. Yeah. I'm going to have to cash in that bet.
Oh, it was that like Tears of the Kingdom will not have a day one patch. And lo and behold, this is the first Nintendo game ever to have a day one patch. And it was to include additional subtitles. All right.
Incredible. I had to call up Miyamoto and my friends at Nintendo.
Listen. Yeah. Unprecedented.
Oh. Christian, what's your fifth one?
Machine Games returns to the Game Awards to show off a gameplay trailer for Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Good prediction.
Yeah, that is. It's been a long time, so.
Been a while?
It's been a while.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Oh, games. Make some good FPSs. See that fucking amazingness in a Indiana Jones.
The whip.
Yeah. Gage, your fifth one.
Yeah, and you know what my fifth prediction is, and I'm gonna get you to go ahead and say it with me. You do.
You do.
Because it's finally gonna happen for real this time.
State of Decay 3.
Oh yeah.
State of Decay 3 will be. We will get.
The funny thing is, we're finally in the time that it actually may happen.
No, it should have happened every other time that I've predicted it. All 6 times that I've predicted that this should have happened, it should have happened. But we will get State of Decay 3. We will get an in-engine trailer, not a gameplay trailer.
Oh.
Even though we deserve one, we won't get it. We'll get an in-engine trailer. Now, where
in Christian's Farmer's Almanac is this going to fall over the year? I don't know, but we're going to get a release window. Not a specific date. We will get a release window.
Okay. Could happen. Ro?
My last one, I have some honorable mentions after. Is Open Roads finally freaking returns and we actually see it. And we actually get a release date. That game just disappeared for so long, obviously because of the Fulbright stuff, but they have, like I said last time, made a post saying that things are going well. So I'm wondering why they're not showing us if things are going well. So I've been looking forward to this game for a while. It did show up at the Game Awards a couple of years ago. Its first, I think 2020 as well. So I'm hoping they come back and they show us and they have a release date of next year.
Hell yeah.
My honorable mentions were Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. That seemed very risky. So does what I just said, I guess. Contraband multiplayer game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
And Skull and Bones Shanty performers return.
Oh.
The Shanty performers are back, and they are worse than last year.
Oh my god.
Incredible. Wow. I have one honorable mention to mention here. Certain Affinities Monster Hunter like game. Been hearing a lot about that for a while now. Supposedly it's an Xbox exclusive. I think we may see that. Possibly. So that's my honorable mention. Gage, you got any honorable mentions?
No.
Do you have any dishonorable mentions? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Is Stalker 2 done? And they had to delay it because of the war, right?
It's not
They just-
done.
It's not done. Okay.
No, because
Never
the
mind.
developers are in Ukraine. I don't know if they're
Oh,
still
that's
there.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. They had to
Yeah.
delay it because they were in the
Yeah.
war. Okay.
Yes.
That's different.
Yep.
I think they actually had to evacuate their studio. Like where they were headquartered was literally one of the areas that is now turned into a battleground. So they literally had to like up and move everything and then restart.
Which is crazy because fucking who else had to do that? The Metro developer 4A Games, they had to do that quite a few years ago before Metro Exodus came out. They had to completely move countries and talked about that.
If this game comes out, if Stalker 2 comes out, whenever it comes out, if it comes out and it feels like a feature complete, like proper AAA game, I'm not gonna buy any fucking excuses from any AAA developer ever again about like COVID. Oh, we had to. Sorry that the core features of the game doesn't work. COVID was real challenging. These guys literally left a battleground. Like if this game is at least even somewhat, you know what I mean, like coherent, I'm over the excuses from the industry as a whole.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair.
There was something I'm only heated about this because there was something I saw today about a recent game and they brought up COVID again, and I was like, when is the expiration date on this? This is a brand new video game, and like we're getting to the point where you guys might have been doing pre-production, like thinking about it in COVID. I don't know. I'm getting heated.
Christian, you got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, my honor mention. I originally was going to do something like, we get like a cinematic or some kind of like not in engine, but like what would you call those, like CG trailers for something like from Haven Studios, maybe even from like Bruce Straley's indie company, like Wildflower Interactive. I think the rumor was like San Diego was working on something too. San Diego Studio. I was going to throw in one of those. My real honorable mention is that Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones come on stage and they use their Men in Black clickers to wipe Halo Infinite from all our minds.
Christian,
Damn.
get out of here! Fuck off with that.
I do have a legitimate dishonorable mention for you, Dan.
What's that?
Dishonorable.
Halo Season 2 gets a teaser at the Game Awards.
Oh, the TV series. Okay. I was
Yes.
like, Halo Season 2, what are you talking about? Okay, I gotcha.
I mean, Phil Spencer accidentally plays the Halo Infinite Season 2 trailer at the Game Awards. That's a fair prediction too, I guess. No, the TV show.
Gotcha. Okay. That could happen. The first season trailer came when me and Christian were there.
Mm-hmm. And so did you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I have a video of your reaction. You can't see anything because you have a mask over your face, so it's hard to tell how you're reacting. But your eyes keep doing this,
Yeah.
so I can only assume you're like opening your mouth, like smiling a
Like
bit when you're
that.
doing that.
Yeah. Incredible.
Incredible.
Well, Ro, you weren't here for the rest of the show. Is there anything you want to add before we close the show here?
Oh, I was hoping I would make it for what you got from me because I actually have played a video game. Actually,
Yes.
I forgot what that was like, but yeah, I played Super Mario RPG, and I'm really digging it so far. The remake of that game. So yeah, I played a game. I did
Oh,
it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go
wasn't-
play Lethal Company with Roshan.
Agreed.
We should.
And Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
And
Oh,
Suicide
Can we
Squad.
say that?
That's Roshan.
Yes, we confirmed we
We
can
can.
say
We went
that.
through that whole debacle.
We just can't. We can't talk about it after we play it.
Okay, we can't talk about how much we love
Can't
it.
talk about how
Yeah.
it made you feel, but you can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Zach, you joined us right at the end of the show. Nice tree. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right,
said
Zach.
Let's
enough.
go, Zach.
Enough,
Thank you.
Zach.
That was
enough.
amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing
it.
because
Enough.
they were bitching about my tree a little bit ago.
It's not a Zach. It's not a real tree.
Well, of course it's not a real tree. I'm not. Get out of here. What? What? All right. We're closing out.
You don't like your tree? What's wrong with your tree?
I think it's a good tree.
Oh.
I just gave Dan shit because I asked him.
Oh,
It's
Is
not,
it
it's
artific-
not
is it
organic,
artificial?
homegrown. Yeah.
Yeah, it's artificial.
For shame.
Thank you again to everyone joining us live on YouTube and Twitch, as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Thank you, Ro. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Gage. I am Daniel, and this has been Podcast PXN, and we are out. Much love, and keep on gaming.
See ya.
See ya.
In sync.